could I go to? Plus, hold don't run, hold stand and fight. Hold's a soldier, hold been fighting all his life. So, what could you do to me? It's not new to me, sue me. What's a couple dollars to me? But you will respect me, simple as that. Or I got no problem going back. I'm representing for the seat where Rosa Parks sat, where Malcolm X, where Martin Luther was.
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K sports broadcast of the Pacers live from Indianapolis, Indiana. The excitement of the NBA is on the way. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Doris Burke courtside. Next to me, Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr in the booth. The starting fives for our game. Here are tonight's starting lineups. Someone we'll be keeping an eye on, Roy Hibbert.
Well, we know he's sort of their second in command. But, you know, whenever there's adverse situations for this club and he's called upon, he can kind of take over that lead role when he needs to. And that's something he's done a fantastic job with.
And I'd like to also say this about him. He's their rock defensively, the anchor. Everybody falls in the line when he's on the court. It's a very disciplined brand of defense he inspires in his teammates to play, and he leads by example.
Well, you got to love the season from David West last year, coming off the ACL tear back in 2011. I think he's completely back as far as that injury is concerned. He was so good last year, particularly in the playoffs.
And that one's good.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
Outside, George. Good until picking up the assist. George has got himself on the board with 3 there. And David West, Clark, the locker room leader for the Pacers last season, helped lead them all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals, and a guy I know that you greatly admire.
Oh, my goodness. Love the way he does his work. I call him Real Deal 21. There's nothing fluffy about what he gets done, and he's so smart and so savvy in how he approaches the game. And really a lion in the locker room for the Pacers. That's why that team was so tough in many ways, particularly defensively.
Now here is Hill. After the miss from Dunleavy, Hill kicks to George. 5 to shoot. West passes to Hill. Shoots from the elbow. Chicago grabs the miss. Now Butler. pass to Rose. Double team on Rose. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
I think he was surprised to see the pass coming his way, and he reacted a little late.
And so it's Indiana with it. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Passes it to Stevenson. And he gets it to go from the corner.
Intelligent passing there to make that hoop possible.
Rose against Hill. And it's Rose penetrating. Looking for Gibson. He gets it there. Here's Dunleavy. Here's Noah. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
It's his first trip to the line.
You know, Joakim Noah, part of those back-to-back championship teams at Florida, 2006 and 7, was kind of skinny in college in his first years in the league. But he's done a really good job of adding muscle to his frame. That work in the weight room and in his basement have served him well.
It's tipped. Goes up. And finished off by Rose.
Good aggressive finish on the break.
That's as easy a 2 points as you could ask for.
Outside Hill. Kicks to West. Outside George. Slammed home and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That's on Joakim Noah.
Reverse that one home. Now that was nice. Real nice.
The agility on display.
Yeah, you love that body control.
Oh, that one had it all, guys. Power and grace. Just beautiful.
And with the big minutes that Joakim Noah is asked to play, it's a good thing he's been so dedicated to staying in shape.
He's another player, Kevin, who does yoga in the offseason. He's even trained with big wave surfers in Hawaii, going underwater with weights in his hands, doing jumping and running. Pretty interesting training regimen, but of course, he's a very interesting guy.
Pretty wild, huh?
A little over-eager right there. Left his feet too early.
And if you're already boxed out, you got to try to work to get around. Otherwise, it's a surefire foul.
Now here's Butler. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Dunleavy. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Indiana leading by 3. Outside Hill. Dishes it to George. Banked in off the glass. George has got 8 points.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
Rose dishes to Butler. A second chance effort. And that one's good by Noah.
Boy, where was the box out? Too easy on that second chance opportunity.
Yeah, no box out is what happened there. Those kind of mistakes on the glass will kill a team.
Hibbert hits the bucket.
You know, when the size advantage is that pronounced, I mean, that's exactly what you should do offensively in this situation. Take it strong to the middle.
Now here's Rose. Right side Rose. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Here is Hill. 3-point lead. Here's the pass to Stevenson. It's stolen by Dunleavy. Here's Rose. And he converts the layup. Rose has got 6.
Yeah, he put himself in great position to finish that break off, guys.
Yep, right to the rack.
Hill kicks to Stevenson. Pocket 6. He dishes it to Hibbert. That's good.
You know, with that much of a height advantage, that's exactly what you should do. Take it straight to the rim.
So for the Bulls, Boozer comes in for Joakim Noah. And it's Heinrich in for Mike Dunleavy. Now here's Heinrich. And he gets the bucket. Heinrich's got his first bucket in this one.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. It's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
George against Heinrich. Lets it go from 14. The shot by George, no good.
You know, Frank Vogel is one of the youngest head coaches in the NBA, and in college at Kentucky, he pestered the coaches relentlessly until they gave him a role as a student manager for the Wildcats. And that determination and resolve has served him well as he's worked himself into an outstanding head coach in the NBA.
Here's Butler. They get it back.
Now you can see why the defense is willing to let him take that shot. That's really not his range.
Hill kicks it to West. It's stolen by Rose. Butler on the way. Covered by Hibbert. And the call will be against George Hill. That is his first foul of the game. Dan for Vogel, an assistant for 10 years in the NBA, and when a coaching turnover moved him into the interim head coaching position in 2011, Steve, he grabbed the reins and didn't look back.
No, he didn't. The results speak for themselves. The teams responded to him. The organization has shown its faith in Coach Vogel, giving him an extension, and he led that club to a deep playoff run a year ago, one game from the finals.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. They trail by 1. And Augustine kicks to Butler. 6 to shoot.
Jimmy Butler was the last pick of the first round back in 2011 by the Bulls. And last season, I tell you what, he really solidified his place in the rotation, guys. He's still developing his outside shot, but he brings an awful lot to light to the table.
And for Jimmy Butler, what a story. Abandoned as a child, bounced around from home to home. One coach would take him in, another family would take him in. It was a very tough upbringing down in the Houston area. He overcame tremendous odds. And to be where he is today with the great attitude after a short time at Marquette, it speaks volumes of his character.
Well, it sure shows in his play, doesn't it? I mean, just the way he hustles and draws fouls, rebounds, defends. He can guard multiple positions out there. You just love his overall game and his toughness and what he brings to this team.
Here's Stevenson. Missed inside. Bulls have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. Butler kicks to Heinrich. Feeds it to Boozer. It's stolen by Hill. Top Stevenson, headed by Augustine. Now the dish to West. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Heinrich on the double team. West, right side. Tries again. Here's Stevenson. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Yeah, Kevin, his ball skills are almost second to none. He takes guys literally out of their shoes sometimes with that dribble.
Well, that tight handle, that rush hour handle, I call it, the things he can do with the ball make him a very entertaining player to watch, Steve. They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Out of bounds, Bulls ball as Chicago keeps possession.
Boy, that pass was in the air a long time.
Long enough for him to get a finger on it anyway and send it out of bounds.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Mahinmi's checked in for Hibbert. Scola comes in for West. Butler, he's checked in for Lance Stevenson. And it's Watson in for George Hill. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Scola. The shot is off. Some solid defense from Gibson. The Bulls leading by 3. Boozer a screen on Scola. They get it back. Here's Gibson, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. They get C.J. Watson.
The offense just getting right to the rim, but at least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layup. Earn it from the line.
And he's good on the second.
Well, guys, for the Pacers, it's been a slow and long climb from the Malice at the Palace back in '04. But now, with a terrific young team fresh off a strong showing in the Eastern Conference Finals, we can finally say the Pacers are back, and they're going to be around for a while contending for championships.
2 shots.
Yeah, the defender draped all over him.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
And for the Pacers, ever since that unfortunate night in Detroit, the attendance in Indiana has sagged. They've been at the bottom half percentage-wise, Steve, for the last 9 years.
Well, it's time for the fans to come back, Kevin. This is an elite team. They've got really high character, good guys. Ticket prices are about 60% less than the league norm. One of the best arenas in the NBA, and hey, it's Indiana. I mean, this is a basketball state. That was some skill there. Nice use of the bounce pass.
Augustine with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Butler again to Augustine. A minute 20 left in the first quarter. And it's Butler missing. Chicago's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. It's stolen by Watson. Butler on the wing. He kicks to Scola. And Gibson sends it back. And here's Boozer. Heinrich with it. Now guarded by Watson. Augustine, that's good. Pacers trailed by 3. 30 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Watson, the pass to Turner. Just 5 to shoot. There's the feed to Scola. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Here comes Augustine. He got it up. A sensational shot. And that does it for the first quarter. It's the Bulls. They lead by 6. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, Clark and Steve, what have they been doing or not doing?
Now the key has been the rebounding department. This club dominating the paint area. And if this continues, they'll be in great shape.
Well, they've done 2 things. They've limited second chances, and they've been able to flex their muscle down low.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Chicago right now, up front, Boozer and Noah. Derrick Rose is out there with DJ Augustine. And it's Dunleavy in at the 3. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Now here's Rose. Out left to the wing. Noah with a screen for Rose. 6 on the shot clock. Rose back up. Wide open look. And it's good off the back rim and in. Rose has got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Bulls. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Gentlemen, gentlemen, Paul George was the number 10 pick back in 2010. He's exceeded expectations and has now become a cornerstone player for the Pacers at both ends. George said, quote, "When I step on the floor, I feel like I'm the best player out there. Whether it's LeBron or Carmelo, defensively, I'm good enough to force turnovers and bring him to reality. Offensively, I want that pressure to be the go-to guy." Kevin, a lot of confidence, but he's got the talent to deliver on that ambition.
Unlimited potential, Doris. Thank you very much.
Yeah, he's still rounding out his game. He has all the physical tools you could want, but it's just a matter of continuing to put in the work. Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
Pacers trail by 8.
Well, you know, Carlos Boozer wasn't as efficient last season as we've seen in the past, and I think in large part it was due to the extended absence of Derrick Rose. He was the bailout option for the team on many occasions.
And Clark, for Boozer, you talked about his offensive efficiency. Strong physical player, but he only averaged about, Steve, I think like 3 free throws a game last season.
Well, he's a fadeaway jump shooter. He's an excellent offensive player, pretty efficient in his scoring, but most of his post-ups end up in fadeaway jump shots, and that's why he doesn't get to the line very often.
And there's the foul. It's on C.J. Watson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And another foul would give him 3 before the half, something to keep our eyes on.
Rose dishes to Augustine. Off the left rim and out.
Can't get a much better look than that, though.
Sure can't. Not one you'd expect him to miss there.
Watson gets a screen from Scola. Now Watson. And that one's good. Watson's got his first basket.
Little touch of class there, guys. The end of that play with the finger roll.
Outside Rose. Into Noah. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk. Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
Mahinmi kicks to Scola. Soft touch off the glass. Scola's got his second basket.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, and it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half, Clark.
Here is Watson. With the floater. That's good. Watson's got 4 points in the quarter.
That is a terrific effort on the shot. He's giving up a lot of size, but still finds a way to score.
I don't think that affected him in the least, though, Steve. I mean, he made it look like he was the bigger guy.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Taj Gibson's checked in for Carlos Boozer. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Outside Rose. Launches it. And that one's good. Rose has got 11.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Watson for 3. Kept alive by Indiana.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things toward them. I mean, they've been winning that battle.
Now here's Noah. That's good. And now a 7-point Chicago lead. For Indiana, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Here is Watson. On the wing, Turner. Scola against Gibson. Turner. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Turner's got 4 points this quarter.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Augustine with it. Now guarded by Watson. That is good. Dunleavy's got 6.
Look how well he led him there with that pass.
Watson with it. Outside Butler. Shot is off. Great defense that time from Noah.
You know, as the Bulls have been one of the tougher teams the last few seasons, they've done it through dominating the glass and tough defense. Had some injuries to deal with last year, but at the core, this is a defensive-minded team. That's why they're always competitive.
To the wing on the left. And here's Rose. He's got 11. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one's good by Noah. And the Bulls in the top 5 in offensive rebound rate last season.
Yeah, for a team that struggled to produce points with Derrick Rose out the entire season, those extra possessions are just so valuable. And it's no surprise, really, in the way this team hits the boards. Tom Thibodeau always getting peak effort out of his guys.
Rose with the ball. Now guarded by Watson. Here's Dunleavy. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his 5th assist in this one. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Bulls?
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing they're doing is forcing a lot of turnovers, and that's helping them to get easy points at the other end.
Outside Turner. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Now here's Rose. 3-pointer. And the Bulls another 3.
Great job from behind the arc this quarter. I mean, shooting just under 60% for the game. I mean, that's smoking.
Now Watson. Lets a floater go. And he sinks the layup. Watson's got 6.
Boy, that floater takes such a nice touch.
Here's Rose. He feeds it to Augustine. Fires for 3. That doesn't go either for Rose. Pacers trailed by 12. Butler attacking.
Pour it down that time.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark. Brilliant throwdown.
Yeah, just exerting his authority out there.
Augustine passes to Gibson. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
And the foul on Derrick Rose. That's his first foul. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. And the basket by Hill.
You know, they're being very one-dimensional right now, going to the post every time. But if it works, you don't need another dimension.
Well, they're taking this defense to task, quite honestly. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
The shot by Heinrich, no good.
Couldn't convert, but nice little two-man game there.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see them go back to that the next trip.
Here's West. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to be on Kirk Heinrich. Well, as far as the defense goes, Clark, that is not what's going to keep them in this lead.
Yeah, but from the other perspective, you can see just how much that dunk pumped those players up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I agree, guys. I sense a little bit of a momentum shift here.
Chicago calls timeout.
After signing the big contract, a lot was expected from Roy Hibbert last season, and he put a little pressure on himself, but he also had a wrist injury, got off to a slow start, and didn't find his groove until the calendar turned to 2013.
And for Hibbert, first-time All-Star in 2012. His slow start cost him a shot, I think, to repeat as an All-Star last season. That was after he signed the big contract, too, with the Pacers.
Yeah, but he sure recovered well, because in the second half of the season in the playoffs, he was one of the best players in the NBA. In fact, he gave Miami all kinds of troubles in the East Conference Finals.
Butler is screen on Hill. Pass to Heinrich. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. 6 on the shot clock. Rose with the ball. Now defended by Stevenson.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
Pacers trailed by 6. George with the ball. 8 points for him. The Bulls leading 5-4. Rose with the ball. He's picked up by Hill. Outside Rose. Double team on Rose. Shot clock at 6. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Carlos Boozer's checked in for the Bulls. And it's the Pacers' ball. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, gentlemen, there has been a lot of pressure on this Bulls team to get to the finals. Derrick Rose thinks that they are set up to win multiple championships. He says, quote, "To me, to win a championship, you need a team full of winners that's willing to sacrifice. We got all the pieces, starting with the front office, our owners, the coaching staff, down to the players." That kind of quote puts more pressure on the team, but they are set to make a deep run, guys.
Defense really their identity. That's how they win. Now here's Rose. He's got 14. Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession. There's a minute 34 left in the first half of basketball. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
You see the benefit of knocking down baskets consecutively because it leads to the confidence growing and growing, doesn't it, Steve?
It sure does, and now it's to the point where they just feel unstoppable.
Here's George. The kick out to Hill. 3 on the clock. And there's a sweet move to the rack on the wing from Hibbert. Hibbert's got 8 points.
Well, he's so dangerous on the offensive glass. Well, Clark, what's your expression for it? Glass eater?
That's right. You got it, Steve. A go-and-get-it specialist is another way to look at him. He follows every shot, never assumes it's going in. And something else you can't forget about is his shot blocking, Steve. I mean, he's an intimidator down low.
And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Bulls making a switch here. Dunleavy's checked in. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Chicago's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Rose off the pick from Boozer. 3 ball there off the mark from Rose.
That's a shot you've got to take if you're looking for the three-pointer. I mean, the defense was nowhere around.
George dishes to West. Here's Stevenson. Nice D from Kirk Heinrich. Chicago leading. Outside Rose. It's stolen by Hill. Here's Stevenson. Oh, and the cut by Stevenson.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatic.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
I'm with you, Kevin. You can't fault him for that. I mean, just let him go. Who cares?
So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. And coming up after the break. Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get going again as this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well.
What a game for Rose. He has 14 points. He's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
Now his outside stroke has looked really good today.
Paul George is the 3 with David West at the 4. At the 1 and 2, George Hill and Lance Stevenson. And it's Hibbert in at the 5 down low. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
And George kicks it to West. It's stolen by Dunleavy. The tray. Here's Rose. Lays it up and banks it in. Rose has got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Bulls.
Boy, you love to get those easy lay-ins to get your offense going. They're clicking here to start the second half.
You know, it had been a while since the Pacers were able to win their division. Matter of fact, the last time it happened was the season right before the NBA realigned the division to their current state back in 2004. But they were able to raise another banner last season.
Pass to Butler. West against Gibson. The kick outside to Butler. It's rebounded by Indiana. West has got 5 rebounds tonight. Well, a big part of why the Pacers were able to take the Central, as you were saying, they were so dominant within their division.
Well, they went 13-3 against their division, so not an easy thing to do. Although, if you look at the Central, it was down last year. Derrick Rose's injury, but also rebuilding teams in Milwaukee and Detroit and Cleveland. But the Pacers did what they needed to do.
Rose kicks to Gibson. 6 to shoot. That drops. Gibson's got the game tied up here for the Bulls.
Ah, the turnaround jumper. That was a thing of beauty.
And here is Hill. West, right side. Good. The assist goes to Hill. And it's 6 points for David West.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but their cutting, their movement together as a unit that's led to that.
On its way from Rose for 2. And the shot falls short this time. For Indiana, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Here's Hibbert. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
When Hibbert came into the league, guys, everybody assumed he'd be a project, and that's been accurate. But projects can pay off, and to have a player with his size and work ethic and skill is a huge payday for the Pacers.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
And he gets it to go. 18 points for Derrick Rose.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim against the big man.
Tell you what, I love that fearless attitude.
And going back to Hibbert, and Clark, you mentioned this, looked at as a project when he came in, taken with the 17th pick, Steve, back in 08, in a draft that you were involved with Phoenix.
Well, we took Robin Lopez at 14 because he just had much better mobility athletically. We were shocked that Hibbert could eventually develop the kind of speed and lateral quickness that he's done. So pretty impressive that he's put all this work in and defied his critics.
Stolen by George. Drops in the layup for 2. Stevenson's got 7 points in the game.
Well, he's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
Rose passes to Butler. Gibson against West. Clock at 6. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Boozer, he's checked in for the Bulls. Augustine comes in for Rose. Just 4 to shoot. They get it back. Noah. Doubled by Stevenson. Chicago with the ball. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You could hear the impact from where I am.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Indiana.
Anytime they've had a chance to attack the lane, they've done so. The penetration has been impressive.
You know, they're taking care of business in the paint, too. Those are valuable points they've been getting down low.
Now, here is George. He's got 14. That's good. Hibbert's got the lead up to 5 now for Indiana.
Man, great ball movement. They're just picking this defense apart with their passing.
Well, how about the 3 Ps, Steve? Purposeful, precise, passing. We love it, and so does this team because they're taking advantage of it.
Augustine dishes to Boozer, and out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Pacers leading by 5. Outside Hill. Passes to George. Inside to Hibbert. Hill, a screen on Noah. 6 on the shot clock. Here's George. And he gets it to go. And it's a 7-point Indiana lead.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Yeah, not a lot you can do defensively when they continue to get the ball inside and get these easy shots. His shooting has been so good today, and he may have to take it upon himself to try to get his club out of this hole.
Hill against Augustine. Outside Hill. Kicks it to Stevenson. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking. Tell you what, it's hard to argue with the record for Coach Tom Thibodeau of the Bulls, but the rumor mill has it that the front office hasn't been happy with how hard he's ridden his top players. Luol Deng missed time last season with a hamstring injury. Joakim Noah came down with plantar fasciitis. Hey, those things happen, and I'm not quite sure you can put that at the feet of Tom Thibodeau.
And George, here we go. And that one is hammered home.
I think they gave him a little too much room there. I mean, that was all he needed to rise up and punch that one down.
Yeah, he's going to jump at those chances, guys.
Yeah, that's what he does. He is a high flyer.
That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Augustine. And going back to Tom Thibodeau and that minutes load on his stars, it seems it's getting harder for players to weather big minutes, Steve, these days.
I think it's going to be really interesting going forward to see this Bulls team this year and beyond. Will that wear them down? Their guys played too many minutes. They've had a lot of injuries. I think it's time to scale back a little bit on the minutes played.
Noah kicks to Dunleavy. Shoots the 3. They get it back. Noah's shot is off. Pacers leading by 4. Outside, George. Dishes to Stevenson. Back to George. The pass to Hibbert. West inside. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. West has got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, they really aren't putting up any resistance on the low block. That's the 5th consecutive basket inside.
And Steve, these looks they're allowing are almost automatic. And he had one in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on it.
Pacers have gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. Hill gets a screen from Hibbert. Hill passes to West. He dishes it.
Wow. Incredible.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun. And that kind of power move has become a trademark for him.
Hibbert with a screen for Hill. Knocks it loose. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. Chicago making some changes. Now Heinrich. 5 points in the game. Feeds to Augustine. Boozer a screen on Butler. Augustine, no luck.
Even against solid defense, he's still going to try to continue to make that shot.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I wouldn't bet against him in that situation next time.
Here is Watson, led by Augustine. And there's the foul. It's on C.J. Watson. That's his third foul of the game.
Well, if you really want to make things hard on yourself, that's exactly how to do it. Turnovers on back-to-back trips down the floor.
Well, they're not doing themselves any favors. The next possession needs to be a good one. They've got to find their offensive rhythm.
Boozer kicks to Augustine. Heinrich with it. Butler covering. 5 on the clock. And again, Chicago, no good. Pacers leading by 3.
Guys, how about the Bulls being able to nab the 5th seed in the East last season, in large part due to how they were able to play on the road. Of course, when you play tough and solid defense like they do, it makes it easier to be competitive and string together road wins.
Chicago calls timeout. And for the Bulls, defense is one of the few things in the NBA that can neutralize a home court advantage. And Steve, a big part of why they had the success they had on the road.
Yeah, they went 21-20 away from the United Center, and one of only 5 teams in the entire East who managed to stay above 500 away from home. That's a real tribute to this team and the coaching staff.
Watson with it. Working on Gibson. Bulls trail by 3. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Shoots from the elbow. Rebounded by Mahinmi.
Rebounds are split just about down the middle in this game, Clark.
I'd venture to guess whichever team is able to maintain that energy level on the glass will have the upper hand the rest of the way.
And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Now here's Rose. He's covered by Watson. Rose kicks to Augustine. Rose dishes to Augustine. Snell. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Indiana leading by 3. Here is Watson. He has 6. Here's Mahinmi. To the inside. The shot by Mahinmi, no good. Bulls trail by 3. Outside Rose. Snell. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 6 assists in the game.
And another 3-pointer to their second half total.
Yeah, they caught that long-range bug at halftime, and it's been bombs away ever since.
Watson kicks to Mahinmi. Rose with the double team. Here's Scola. Right through the D for the layup. Scola's got 6 points. There's 10 seconds left in the third quarter. On its way from Rose for 2. Can't connect. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Pacers lead by 2. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Chicago trailing here. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. Heinrich and Butler at the 2 and 3. Inside, Gibson and Noah. And it's Rose in at the point. Butler with the steal. Watson with it. And Rose picks him up defensively. Watson, the pass to Scola. Outside Rose. No good. And Indiana will come the other way. Here is Watson. He's covered by Rose. Here's Mahimi. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson. Mahimi's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Indiana. Rose up on top. He's covered by Watson. Offensive rebound. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
What a performance from Joakim Noah here. He's got 10 rebounds and 2 steals as well. The motor on this guy is amazing. Completely revved up. He's been everywhere today.
He sure has, Clark. Both ends of the floor. I mean, his offense has been great, but defensively he's brought huge energy too.
And the foul on Derrick Rose. That's foul number 2 for him. Carlos Boozer's checked in for Taj Gibson. Watson with it. Now defended by Dunleavy. The kick outside to Butler. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Derrick Rose.
And the defense paying instant dividends. Fast break basket.
Yeah, that transition was immediate. Didn't waste a second getting out on the break.
Watson gets a screen from Scola. Watson's shot is good. And the Pacers lead by 3.
Nicely done. They just continue to dominate inside. That's 10 points in a row in the lane.
It's now purely here it comes. See if you can stop it.
Here's Rose. Out of bounds. Indiana takes possession. Butler, he's checked in for Chicago. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Watson with it. There's the dish to Scola. To the middle. Here's Butler. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Back a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard. Clark, bring it down hard, my brother. Heinrich dishes to Noah. To the left wing. Noah with a screen on Turner. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Noah once again had a really solid season, but his field goal percentage numbers dropped from where they had been the past few years. I think part of it was not having Derrick Rose on the floor, and then also he was hurt. Plantar fasciitis bothered him some, but not having Rose, I think, led to Noah forcing the issue a bit.
Watson kicks to Mahimi. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Mahimi's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, it's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. And they worked hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
Yeah, and that's their goal down the stretch. Continue to find those close-range shots.
It's tipped. And the whistle blows. He decides to foul intentionally for some reason. Odd.
I'm not sure why you would foul right there. Kevin, that's obviously not the smart thing to do, so a mistake there.
Turner passes to Scola. And the basket good. And the Pacers lead by 8. Oh, and speaking of Noah, some dip into his finishing numbers. You wonder if his injuries played a part in that.
Yeah, Coach Thibodeau rode him pretty hard. A career high in minutes. In fact, second most per game among centers in the NBA last season. And we remember he had the foot injury during the playoffs. So he's always had some health issues, but he's battled through them.
Are you surprised that he's become the warrior that he's become in the NBA?
Not really, Kevin. He was a winner at Florida, a guy who loved to play. He's got a lot of passion for the game.
That's good. Watson's got the lead. Back up to 8 now for the Pacers.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading punches, that's how you answer.
He can't get anything to drop. And the way he's scoring, I'm not sure it's something he should try to shoot his way out of.
No, that might only serve to make things worse, Steve. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
Butler missing again.
He's giving them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
Turner with it. Noah picks him up. Here's Butler. Again, Indiana.
That's been their bread and butter in the second half. They've really knocked down their long-range shots.
Well, and as hot as they've been, there's no need to change their offense. Just continue to play the way you're playing. You're going to get open looks.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Watson dishes to Scola. Stolen by Boozer. Here's Heinrich. Pacers with the rebound. Butler's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
More often than not today, those shots have not dropped for him.
Mahimi. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson. And now a 12-point Pacer lead.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
It's stolen by Dunleavy. Here's Butler. Takes it off the glass. Butler's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, how's that for a quick possession?
Yeah, it sure was. I mean, he didn't waste any time getting down the court, did he?
And here's Watson. 6 to shoot. Out to Turner. Pulls from the top of the key. And it comes off the front of the rim. Bulls trail by 10. Heinrich passes to Boozer. They get the rebound. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Indiana called for the foul. He misses the free throw.
With all the chances he's been getting, it's got to be frustrating that his struggles continue at the line.
Chicago making some changes. Taj Gibson's checked in for Boozer. And it's Rose in for Kirk Heinrich.
Boy, his free throw shooting, Kevin, has been ugly.
Outside Butler. Turner with it. Now guarded by Dunleavy. Butler kicks to Scola. Count the bucket. Scola's got the lead up to 12 now for the Pacers.
Had no mistakes on the offensive execution there.
Left side Rose. From the wing. And the shot is good. Rose has got 4 points now in the quarter. Pacers leading by 10. Now Watson. He kicks it to Turner. The feed now to Mahimi. Back to Turner. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And the Pacers lead by 12.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
Yeah, that's 4 straight trips, guys, where their passes have ended up in scores. 4 straight assists. Great team play.
Rose with another miss. Guys, we have seen them with a lot of good ball movement.
Well, you like the smooth operating they're showing you here. I mean, things are clicking, and more importantly, it makes them tough to defend.
Yeah, there's no agenda. I mean, the ball's just moving to whoever is open, and as a result, they've kind of developed a clicking kind of pace to their game. It's been fun to watch.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed.
All of the above.
Outside Turner. Let's go. Here's Scola. He feeds it to Butler. Outside Turner. Pass to Watson. Back to Turner. Scola left side. Drops one in from the wing.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
Yeah, it's something we haven't seen much of at the other end of the floor, though.
Here's Rose. Wide open shot is on the money. Rose has got 10 points here in the second half. Pacers leading by 10. Here is Watson. Butler goes in. Pass to Mahimi. They double him with Butler. It's stolen by Rose. Jumps up. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
Yeah, he didn't even bother to wait around for any help on that break.
That was a one-man job all the way, Steve. He knew what to do with it and when.
Mahimi dishes to Watson. Butler on the wing. Defended by Butler. Butler passes to Scola. No one covering. Scola's got 8 here in the quarter.
Well, it's been a tale of two halves, hasn't it, guys? After a terrible first half, he's really picking it up.
And here's Rose outside. Rose can't get that one to fall. They can take their time on this possession.
You know, guys, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, gives themselves a little break, too.
Catch the breath. You're right. To the inside. Mahimi kicks to Scola. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Scola's got 12 points in just the second half.
They've built this lead through plays exactly like that. He's easily been their most consistent performer.
Well, he's been splashing everything today.
Rose dishes to Noah.
You know, in order to win your division, you have to be able to win games against the rest of your conference, and that's exactly what Indiana did last season. A tough team and a tough division, and they gave no ground to other teams in the East.
Well, he cut into the deficit a little bit, but not as much as he could have. One miss can make a difference.
Watson up top. He's covered by Rose. Watson, the pass to Butler. Just 5 on the clock. 18 feet out. And it's Chicago with the rebound. And the Pacers, as you mentioned, Clark, very solid against the other teams in the East as they would cruise to a 31-20 record against the rest of the conference.
And really, that's because this team is built to handle anything that's thrown at them. Given it's a big, strong, kind of old-school team. They'll pound you inside, they rebound, they protect the paint. There aren't a lot of matchups that seem to bother this team.
I really think that's the area they want to work the ball into, and it takes passing like that to get it done.
Watson with it, working on Rose. Watson with it. Out to Turner. Dives for it. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Three-pointer, Heinrich. The rebound by Turner.
DJ Augustine